Good morning and welcome to the Devil's Note. Album reviews of the past, present, and tomorrow. Today we're going to be talking about Alien Weaponry. Alien Weaponry is a thrash metal band from northern New Zealand. Formed in 2010 by two brothers, Lewis and Henry D. Long. They blend thrash metal and groove metal together and make one unique, awesome sound. In 2016, they entered into two contests in New Zealand. And that was the national finals of Smoke Free, Rock Quest, and Pacific. They won them. One of two bands to do this in the history of New Zealand. And they received New Zealand's On Air Music Award and got 3 grants from this, which they used to fund the cost of the videos and the recordings of their first singles from their first record. At the time of their first record release, Lewis, the drummer, being only 15, and Henry, the bass player, and vocals, being only 17. Despite this young age, they play with such intensity, such maturity, such skill as a band you think has been around for 40 years. They have such an intensity to their music, much like the Maori people they descend from, this fighting spirit. This band carries it with them, and they carry it with pride. They carry their Maori traditions into their music, being they sang half in Maori and half in English, give or take. So it's kind of hard to pronounce the names of their songs and some of the things they say, and even their last name. So I will do my best not to butcher it, but most likely I'm going to butcher it. The first song I ever heard from them was off the first record called Kaltangata. This song has a tribal rage feel to it. It's a hard-hitting heaviness. Keeps you headbangable all the way through. First record was flawless. Love that first record. Second record wasn't that great on, wasn't my thing. But now, the third record, freaking perfect. Start to finish, this album is a must-have if you're any kind of metal, thrash, or groove. The cover is this cool, like sun-like object busting up through the ground, and this tribal-like design in the sun is actually mirroring that of the tribal face tattoos of the Maori people. One of the first singles off this album, I'll try to pronounce this right. If I don't, I apologize. Ma Moku. Moku being the name of the face tattoos that they have. This is a song honoring the tradition of the Maori people, as they do quite often in their music. It is heavy, it's hard-hitting all the way through, structured perfectly. Amazing, amazing composers of music. The two primary members have been the brothers. The guitar player has changed over the years. The brothers write just about all their material. The second single off this record, 1,000 Friends, is a song that talks about the negative impact of social media on society. And later in the song, the message is call to arms, so to speak. Stand up. Don't let social media take over your life. You know, you're in a room of 1,000 friends, but you're still alone, is the analogy they use in this song. The last single, I will totally butcher this, but I'm going to attempt it anyway. Ta Na Wa. Tanawa is honoring the fighting spirit and culture of the Maori people, despite social pressures to keep it down. I'm not sure if this band's age will ever catch up with their skill, but as of right now, it's proven not to. Their skill was way beyond their years. If you're into thrash and you're into groove metal, check these guys out. They're a tremendous band. Now, for the review. Musicianship, 5, heavy devil horns up. Musicianship, perfect. Start to finish. The way they structure this album, the way they structure the songs, the choruses, the hooks, the melodies, the melodic breakdowns, start to finish, phenomenal music. The guitar solos laid in perfectly. Henry's vocals, he knows exactly when to hammer it and give it to you heavy, and he knows exactly when to lay back off and give the harmonies and the melodies to shine through. Hands down, some of the best musicians I've heard musically in a long time, especially for their age. Vocals, 5 devil horns up. As I said, Henry knows exactly when to give you the vocals clean or to hammer you. This band is heavy nonetheless, but they know exactly when to give you the vocals. They give you the perfect clean sound or the perfect heavy sound, and they deliver every song. Lyrics, 5 devil horns up. Primarily honoring the Maori people with their music. I like the fact that they're trying to honor their ancestors in such a way, and they do it with their lyrics on a lot of songs. And the ones that are in English and that I can understand, they structure their lyrics perfectly. It is well wrote, there's hooks, there's the melodic parts, they know exactly what to write. And it's structured and wrote very well. Hands down, great lyrics. 5 devil horns up on artwork. My interpretation of this, like I said, we'll get to this. That sun-like object busted up through the ground with the tribal face tattoo design inside it. And then inside cover is that tribal design again. All through the cover, that gold outline really sets it off. My interpretation of this cover is to nothing is just to honor the Maori tradition. To bust up out of the ground and the sun kind of rebirth into modern times that they're pulling Maori tradition into. Very metaphoric cover. Very awesome to me. Overall, this album is tremendous. 5 devil horns up on everything. This album could not get any better. I've listened to this album over and over again since I've got it. If you're into thrash metal, I strongly, strongly suggest checking these guys out. In case you're wondering, I get most of my albums from a guy's booth in Rockwood Flea Market. And I'll always keep it heavy, keep it metal. Until next time, remember, this is just an opinion. Only an opinion. Everybody has one, just like everybody has an asshole. So don't be one. If you don't like what I say, just turn it.